Hello, my fellow investors. Good morning, and today is a nice, wonderful day here. I hope you guys are having a great day as well. And today I'm going to be talking about a stock that people keep underestimating, that people keep telling me, oh my God, I can't believe I sold out. And the thing I'm telling you guys is be patient. I told you never to sell out of this stock. Now, again, I'm not giving you any kind of financial advice, but I'm telling you what I'm doing, and I'm going to give you my thoughts of why I'm doing it. And I'm going to tell you a little story of how I succeeded with this single stock. Okay? But before we start the video, guys, I'm going to let you know that for me, what I'm doing right now is I am swing trading. So I have a list of stocks. As you see here, I know what they're going at. PSEC is going between 780 to 810. So when it drops, I buy. If it goes up, I sell. If you guys have a watch list, it's good to have a watch list so you can know when your stocks are going to drop. You find the pattern. And right now, because the market is stagnant with a lot of companies, it's a good time to kind of swing trade, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not giving you any kind of financial advice, but I'm telling you what I'm doing. Do your own research, learn. I'll teach you these little things, and I hope you guys make money out of it, right? This is why we're doing these videos, so you guys can learn. But as you see, it was kind of, had an upward moment. It was down, and it's been going up since. That's a good little swing trade. Now, the way I swing trade, and if you guys don't know that I've talked about this many times before, 90% of my money in the market is not touched. It's left for long-term investment. I put in money every month, not in Robinhood, in Fidelity. Robinhood, I'm using it as a bank at the moment. I'm using it to kind of like pay bills and kind of manage my money. So I have all my investments in Fidelity at the moment, but I'll start putting in money into Robinhood soon when I have a little bit more extra play with money, you could say. But like I've said, 90% of my investments are not touched, okay? 10% I do swing trades and day trades. So for example, like I said, Altria dropped down. It was at 47. It went up to like 50, 51, or high 50, something like that. I did a swing trade, okay? Same thing with ORC, same thing with PSEC. PSEC dropped to 780. I sold back at 810, and it just keeps following a pattern. So if you have companies that are following a pattern, as you see, this is starting to develop a pattern. It has a big drop. It kind of stabilizes, has another big drop. It kind of goes back, it stabilizes, and then it has another big drop. You have to find the patterns in your stocks that you are looking at. Like I say, I don't give you any kind of financial advice here. I want you guys to do your own research. I'm trying to teach you little by little here, but be patient. The stock market is always going to be there. It's going to fluctuate. It doesn't matter what kind of market it is. Right now, it is a stagnant market. So if a stock that we know is a good stock and it drops, that's when we buy. And then if it comes back to its stagnant place, that's where we sell, right? That's what I'm doing personally. But the stock I actually want to talk about that a lot of people have been telling me, hey, I sold out of it and I regret it, is Apple. Now, why am I talking about Apple? Is because I've told people, hey, this is a long-term investment stock. When we talked about Apple, this stock was at $100. Now, to get you guys back in my story, Apple is what created my wealth. Tesla and Apple is what created my wealth. Apple, I bought it back in 2014. I think I still have those videos up there. When I bought it back in 2014, I took a big risk. I invested $30,000 in Apple back in 2014, and it's made me so much wealth now. Now, that's because I took a jump on it, and I did forget about it for a couple of years. In 2016, it blew up even more, and my wealth came from there. But I did have what was it? I think it was about 50%, 60% of my free money was in Apple. So the thing I'm telling you with Apple is that it's constantly growing. It's a huge company. It's $2.5 trillion company, guys. Okay, that's the thing you have to understand. It makes new technology that people are using. It keeps growing. It keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. And its earnings, you see, they've come down a bit, but it's Apple. People are going to buy their products, okay? And I'm telling you, when they come out with their new car technology or their new car, whatever it is in 2024, this stock is going to shoot up again. But if you know Apple has done, I think, 7 to 8 stock splits, okay? Back in 2014, I bought it and it was, I think, at 40 something dollars. It blew up. It did a stock split. blew up again, did another stock split, and now it's going back up. So I'm telling you, Apple has just been growing and growing and growing, and they did a stock split to kind of grow. You get me? It gets more people investing in Apple. Okay, so I've had two different stock splits with Apple, okay, since I purchased it. And that's pretty much, how much has it been? I think it's been plus 12. Okay, so for one stock that I bought in 2014, now I have 12 of those shares. Okay, so that shows you how much Apple has grown. And I've constantly said, I mean, Apple just started blowing up recently. People are like, it's an old company, but it's barely started getting that great technology where they started growing their company even more. So Apple is still fairly new, and it's going to be there for the long term. As you see, everybody buys Apple products, everybody buys the ecosystem of Apple. And that's the thing that I want you guys to understand, that Apple's going to be there for the long term. People always say, hey, but look at it now, it's too expensive. It's never too expensive. We talked about this a year ago. Okay, we said, hey, it's at $100. It came down after a stock split, right? It did a stock split when it went up to like 500. It dropped down to 130. Then it collapsed down to 100, and people were panicking. And I'm like, hey, this is the perfect time to buy. People bought. They sold it at 116, 120. People are like, yeah, I made good money. Thanks for the advice. I'm like, no, man, you were supposed to keep it. You get me? If you're investing a high amount, Apple is a long-term stock. You should have kept it, and look at it now. They made a $16 profit per share or $20 profit per share, but they could have been up they could have been up $54 per share now. And people were getting too impatient. And when the market was going crazy, they took out the money, they made their profit, they went into GameStop or AMC, and they lost that money. Okay? And I was like, why do you do that? Okay, you have to be patient. Like I said, 90% of your investments have to stay untouched. The other 10% you can either day trade or swing trade it, but minimize your risk. If they would have kept Apple, they would have been up so much money right now. And they would have been up so much money next year as well. Apple's going to keep growing. Even though we're in a bad market or in a stagnant market, something like Apple tends to grow. Why? Because they're constantly being innovative, taking out products that people are constantly going to buy. Like we said before, Apple can make a damn pickle and call it the Apple pickle and sell it for $1,000, and people are going to buy it. Okay? It's just stuff like that. They made wheels that were like $600 and people bought them. Okay, they made computer wheels that were $600 and people bought them. They took out a book that was $200, an Apple book, and people bought it like crazy. So this shows you that people that are into Apple are into Apple. Okay, and this is what I'm telling you guys. You have to be patient. This is what my channel is about: being patient, being calm, thinking about the future, not the moment. Right now, we're in a stagnant market, and that kind of helps us, because if you're invested into stocks like this that are kind of growing but also pay a dividend, then you're still making money. You're getting more for your buck. Okay, ExxonMobil, Chevron, I have a lot of money invested in that, and Realty Income as well, Altria as well, ORC, PSEC. Right now these stocks brought down my portfolio a bit, but I'm still getting that dividend, so I technically haven't lost money. You get me? So like, let's say I have $100,000 that I invested a few months ago. That dropped to $90,000, but I've already made $9,000 back in dividends. Then I'm just $1,000 short. Next quarter, I should be up. Okay? So that's the way you need to see things. Okay? And this is what I want you guys to learn. Build that mentality, build a strong mentality. If you're invested into strong stocks, you don't need to look at the moment. You need to look at the future. Is Apple going to be worth more in 10 years than it is now? Heck yes. ExxonMobil? Heck yes. Chevron, Realty Income, Altria? Heck yes. They're going to be much more worth later in the future than they are now. And that's what you want to look at. You want to look at an investment, not a trade. Trades, you can look at them, but again, like I said, only 10%. Anything you're willing to lose, put it as a day trade or a swing trade, okay? If you're going to invest $100 in PSEC, expect to lose those $100. It doesn't mean you're going to lose them. You could actually make money, but if you're going in, be like, okay, $100 in PSEC, and if I make money, I do. If I lose it all, then I do. But when you're investing into Apple, ExxonMobil, Chevron, like that, you need to put money that you know you're going to leave. If it comes down, then screw it. It comes down, but you know next year or the year after that, it's going to be much higher than what you invested in. Okay? And that's your mentality. That needs to be your outlook. But I think I've made this video too long. I hope this video helped out in any way. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And guys, again, it's all about mentality and patience. You will create wealth like this. I'm telling you, I created wealth that way, and I want to share that mentality and happiness with you. I'm here making these videos because I want everybody to succeed. I don't care what race, what gender, what, anything you are, political party you are, I don't care. If everybody's successful, if everybody's making money and has a good, well-out future, that creates a better world, because that kind of comfort creates a better world for everyone. And that's what I want to do. I want to make sure that everybody, especially that's following me, makes money. That's my goal. And I know, like I've said, I've had so much criticism by so many people, but if you did follow what we've been doing, we've been making money. Okay? And I've been making money as well here. And I want to share that with you. And if you're making money, let me know in the comments down below. If you're not and you want help, I'm here to help you guys. I'll help you in any way I can. I'll feed you the knowledge that I can. I'm not here giving you any kind of financial advice like I always say, but I can feed you the knowledge so you can teach yourself to make money. And that's my goal here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.